Oh, hello and welcome. Today we're gonna be playing on my smartphone account, which means once again it's gonna be the showcase of the Duel set. To be fair, I think the purpose of this account will be to kind of promote my small Duel set that was created with the mostly given away for free evos and how you can utilize them for yourself. So we're gonna play with the Lava Hound first game, and I'm gonna start with Lava Hound first play into his furnace just to have some justified push, because most likely we're gonna be playing against a drill player. He played the cannon and the poison, so he went pretty much all out on defending our lava move out. So let's strike him on the opposite side, since he wasted a cannon and the furnace and the poison. Right now he shouldn't be having any air card. That's pretty much how you play the lava if you commit to the playing lava first play. So basically you just want to play the lava in the back, then force out the air counters, and if you do, you just go either all in with the Lava Hound if you can get rid of the air troops, and if you cannot, you strike with the balloon on the opposite side. And that's pretty much how you can get many free wins by playing Lava First Play, even though I do not advise this move. Usually Lava First Play is very aggressive and can be very easily punished if you don't know your opponent's deck, but in this case my opponent played the Furnace and the Berserker, so I was pretty confident that he was playing the Goblin Drill, so I could commit to the Lava first play. And now I'm committing for Lava again, because I know he only has the Furnace as his air defense. So I'm gonna go with Mega Minion behind this Lava Hound, just to pose some threat. My opponent plays the Cannon for that, so I'm gonna play Valkyrie to kinda remove it. He plays the Poison once again, so we're gonna just go for the Balloon. The procedure is pretty much identical to what we've done previously. I'm gonna zap the Furnace, try to at least wound it, and if I need to, I'm gonna be able to kill it with the arrows. I'm gonna play Tombstone just to eat the Fire Spirits, try to get some work done. I'm gonna play the Mega Minion to kill one Furnace and whittle down the health of the second one. We're gonna eat some of the Goblin Drill, which doesn't really concern me. And right now I'm gonna play Lava Hound at the bridge. Honestly, that was a stupid move, but I'm winning very hard, so I just want to close the game very quickly. I'm gonna play the Valkyrie on the balloon, because the cannon will indeed kite it. I'm gonna play Mega Minion, and at this point, I probably should have showcased how to defend the Goblin Drill, but my opponent's King Tower is so low that I'm just going for the 3 crown, and the Mega Minion will lock in, so it paid off. We sacked 1 tower, but we take the 3, so it's absolutely successful move out. Yeah, that's gonna be the first game. As per usual, with the Lava Hound, I don't want to give the rating to Clash for now. I'm gonna take the Mastery, since I'm still upgrading this account. There we go. And we're gonna move out to the next deck, which is gonna be the X-Bow 3.0. And with this deck, I think the biggest tip, if you've never played X-Bow before, will be to play very passively and pretty much try to not go all in the single elixir. Just play passively, keep cycling cards, keep defending your opponent's move outs. Like you've seen, he's trying to play a Dark Goblin at the bridge, have skeletons ready, cycle archers in the back, cycle Teslas in the middle, cycle to your evolution, play very passively, and eventually you'll get into the cycle where you will be able to play very aggressive X-Bows. Okay, the Tesla will definitely be useful here. I'm gonna actually play Knight in the back, because the Tesla, I think, should be able to pick up the Princess, and it does. That's nice. I'm gonna defend this Prince by playing archers once again. I'm gonna actually tank the Prince shot with skeletons. I'm gonna miss it, but it is what it is. The Knight would not still deal any damage, so honestly, I'm not too disappointed. And right now, my opponent will be playing a Dart Goblin. So if you play the Electro Spirit 2-2 from the center of the bridge, you can fully counter the Dart Goblin just like that. That's a very handy interaction to know. And right now we're gonna be playing Tesla against this Princess just to pick it up. I played it very close to the center because I want to go for the X-Bow with the Tesla and the Knight, because it's gonna be very annoying for him now to play cards to defend our X-Bow. Tesla probably should be helping against the Rascal Boy. I'm gonna play the Locked, kind of predicting the Goblin Gang, and I do, that's gonna be some nice damage. He has to commit the entire rocket to counter it, and that's definitely nice for us. My opponent probably will be waiting for my Tesla to disappear to play his Dart Goblin, so I'm gonna already start hovering the Electro Spirit to potentially pick it up. I'm gonna play Electro Spirit in the back, and yeah, now he's gonna go with the Prince, so let's cycle Evo Archers and clean up the Prince with the Evo Archer and the Skeleton. I'm gonna play the Skeletons in the middle, as per usual. Should be nice stuff. I'm gonna play Knight in front, and now I'm gonna go Expo with the Knight and the Evo Archer. If you have the Evos, it's usually a good cycle to go in. I'm gonna play the Log just to eliminate the Rascal Girls. I messed up the entire Goblin Gang, so this Expo will be downed. I'm gonna play Archers to eliminate the Princess. I probably could have gone with the Expo here, but I want to play more passively, so I'm gonna cycle the Knight in the back. My opponent goes with the very aggressive Prince, so I'm gonna play the Evo Tesla here. I'm gonna play Skeletons, I'm gonna get rid of the Archers, and no, I'm not gonna go with the Expo. I want to play very principled game right now, so we're gonna be setting up the Expos in a very principled way. Okay, I'm gonna get a log here just for my Tesla to be able to counter the Dark Goblin, and right now we're gonna be playing Skeletons plus E-Spirit to fully counter Goblin Barrel. That's a very useful trick. If you wanna commit logs on offense, you have to know how to play defense against the Goblin Barrels without using the log. And right now I'm gonna just play the Expo Tesla because he committed a rocket on offense, so we can pretty much get away with a very aggressive Expo, and we're gonna get our damage back, which is super satisfying. I'm holding Electro Spirit just in case if he plays something at the bridge. I'm gonna still cycle it because I want to get to my Archers, and my opponent will be playing Goblin Barrel. I'm gonna just go for the log, and I'm gonna predict his Princess with the Knight. That's gonna be very nice commit. He plays the Prince on the opposite side, which I think I can easily defend. He commits a rocket on my Expo, and even though he rockets, he still takes a very heavy damage, so I'm gonna be super happy with that exchange. I'm gonna have to kill this Dark Goblin in some way. I'm gonna play the log, take one hit, play the Knight to predict the Princess, because, okay, he's playing Rascals, which is definitely not the worst idea. I'm gonna play the Tesla here, and I'm gonna play the Electro Spirit to predict his Goblin Gang, and I do. I'm gonna play the Knight to pick up the Prince and the Rascals. One Rascal Girl will connect, which is super annoying. I'm gonna play Electro Spirit right now to kill the Goblins, and the Expo connected on the tower. I think at this point in the game, we just have to go very aggressively, because he has to either commit rocket on our Expo to kill it, or eat the damage, which is not gonna be enough. GG. So that's gonna be the game with Expo against the Prince Logbait with rocket. I would say not the easiest matchup, but we definitely had some advantage, and we pressed the advantage after he either overspent in the back, or he played the rocket, and that's pretty much how you want to play this matchup. Next one will be with the Hog Monk Wizard, which is a very interesting duo deck. Usually you won't be seeing this deck on ladder because obviously there are best supports for the Hog Rider, most notably Musketeer, Archer Queen, and of course the Firecracker, but the Wizard is a good alternative if you have some matchup in mind. Maybe you're playing against a beatdown, or maybe you're playing against some kind of spammy deck. Wizard in this case will be just better, because he is pretty much unkillable on defense compared to a Firecracker, and he has the very useful splash damage which can cover a lot of annoying matchups. I'm gonna play Guards against the Prince, just to stop it in its tracks. Obviously the Wizard was cycled in the back just to get the evolution. I don't want to commit too much on this. I'm gonna play the Monk because he played the Knight, so we want to kinda initiate some kind of bridge fight, but not commit too much to that, because we are not playing this push to get damage. We mostly just want to keep a little bit of press and prevent my opponent from going all out himself. So we're gonna play the Hog Rider right here, since my opponent is not playing anything. He's gonna play another Tornado, which honestly is good for me. I'm gonna cycle another Ice Spirit. Technically you can cycle the Cannon as well, just to get back to the Evo, but would advise against that. especially in its early stages of the game, because we still don't know what my opponent's win condition is. I'm gonna cycle Snowball just to get to the guards. I could have played Monk as well, but I just wanted to cycle more, and my opponent indeed will be playing the Golem, so in that case we're gonna be playing Monk on the outside. Since the Monk has a pushback every third hit, it's gonna be very crucial for Monk to potentially push the Golem back inwards instead of the outside. So we're gonna be playing him right here. He's gonna be playing Baby Dragon, which honestly I think is a very weird move. I would have played Electro Dragon if I was him, but he chooses to play the Baby Dragon. He tries to get a splash damage, which honestly I'm not gonna even prevent. I'm gonna go for the Hog Rider in a very annoying way. Usually you want to go for the Hog behind the Monk, but in this case we want to go in front, because if he were to play the Electro Dragon on defense, it would not chain back on my support troops, because Hog Rider is just that fast. We're gonna commit to the Hog Rider once again. It's one of these rare decks where you actually want to go with the Hog Rider same lane as your opponent, because you have the Wizard, which is very good anti-beatdown card. And my opponent obviously is playing Golem beatdown, the pretty much textbook example how beatdown decks are working. Now my opponent probably will play the Evo Electro Dragon on this push, so we're gonna just play the Hog. I probably could have predicted this Bar Barrel, but I digress. I'm gonna just let it go, and the Hog Rider will get some damage. We're leaking Elixir, so I'm gonna just cycle Wizard. My opponent is just not pressing the issue, so we're gonna take advantage of that. I'm gonna play Guards, and I think I'm gonna play Monk on defense as well. I have to press on the opposite side though, so we're gonna be playing Hog Rider. My opponent plays Barbaro to defend. Pretty normal stuff. My opponent's Prince will be directed back, which is super interesting. And actually super scary as well. So we're gonna have to be very careful. Play the guards against the Prince, normal stuff. I'm gonna play Snowball against the dragons just to slow them down and buy my wizard time to kill it. Ice Spirit to reset the Prince, and Hog Rider to kite the Prince once again. We just want to keep our wizard safe. We can live with him getting his shield taken down, and at this point I think it's gonna be okay for us to start cycling Earthquakes as long as we have the defense secured. I'm gonna play Monk in the back once again, because most likely he's gonna be playing Golem on this lane once again. Now he's playing Golem in the back, so we're gonna go for the opposite side just to make some of his elixir get forced out. He still goes for the Tornado, which is super bad play right now, because the guards will still be on the board. I'm gonna play another Hog Rider just to make sure that the defense is as awkward for him as it's physically possible. We're gonna get the Snowball against the Electro Dragon, and right now we just need to survive this defense. I'm gonna play the guards once again against the Prince. Two wizards will get taken down, which is super weird. But now we're gonna be having Evo Wizard, like I've said multiple times throughout this video, one of the best defensive cards against beatdown decks. Play the guards to hold it off. He's gonna play the Electro Dragon as well. We're gonna get a Snowball, and we're gonna block the Electro Dragon at the end of the game, and we're gonna get away with a very nice defense. So that's gonna be the Hog Monk Wizard against a Golem beatdown. Pretty much picture perfect example how do you want to play this matchup. Gonna get one more lucky drop, and as per usual we're gonna try to get all our daily rewards today. So we're gonna play one more game, and this time we're gonna be on the opposite side of the spectrum, and we're gonna be playing the Golem beatdown ourselves. So this Golem beatdown is, I believe, one of the easiest decks to play, because no matter what matchup you're facing, your game plan will be pretty much all the same. For first 2 minutes you don't want to go in at all. The Golem will be just a sitting card in your hand, and all you want to do is to kinda get some elixir pumps going. My opponent starts with the Snowball, so I'm gonna just cycle the Electro Dragon. I cycled Bomber already. That's gonna be 2 evolution cycle, which is super cool for me. He plays Rocket, which technically in some Golem decks can mean that you already can go for the Golem in the back. But I've said with this Golem that you're playing, you pretty much don't want to go all in. until you have a lot of elixir advantage. And this elixir advantage is generated in one of the two ways. It either can be generated by the elixir collectors, for which we're gonna go in just a second, or by the double elixir. Like, unless you're playing in double elixir, you pretty much cannot break through at all. So we're gonna try to get our elixir advantage started first, and after that only we're gonna be playing for the more golems. I'm gonna play bomber once the expose locks onto our tower. That's gonna be a bit unfortunate cycle. I'm not gonna be complaining too much. The lumberjack's rage will injure it as well, so we're gonna technically get the elixir advantage right now. We're gonna be playing battle healer in the back as well. And right now we pretty much almost suck the tower, but it is not the worst scenario because we're gonna cycle to the second pump. And if my opponent... okay, my opponent actually has rockets, so probably not the best elixir pump here, but we still want to kinda cycle, burn the time, so we can get to the double elixir. And right now pretty much we have a lot of elixir advantage. So, with that being said, we're going for the first golem, now that we have 2 pumps on the board and my opponent will be pretty much struggling for elixir on defense. I'm gonna play lumberjack in the back. I'm gonna support with battle healer as well, since he wasted his rocket. There it is. Now, we're gonna be playing the skeleton dragons against the Tesla, and we're gonna be playing electro dragon on the outside tile to kinda make this push more threatening. I'm gonna use the tornado to kinda get the chain going, and we don't. That's actually super unfortunate. Yeah, my opponent is playing very good defense with this X-bow. But right now we pretty much have to start spamming. I'm gonna play Evo Bomber just to get some damage going. I'm gonna tornado the archers just to kill them like that. And yeah, unfortunately we will be losing this game, so he played it really well. Okay, so my mistake in this game, you can actually learn from that, is that if you're playing against the rocket, try to not stack everything in one place. Try to split the push on the 2 sides. My opponent definitely kinda outplayed me right here, so we're gonna play one more game with the golem beatdown. But like I've said, most of the games with this deck will be looking exactly the same way. Your goal in single elixir will be to primarily get the elixir lead with the elixir collectors. You can eat some damage. In perfect world, you don't lose the tower, but sometimes you will. And then in double elixir, you pretty much go all out. I'm gonna play skeleton dragons on the roll hogs. That's gonna be a very nice trade. My opponent is actually not pressing me on the opposite side, so I can only assume he's playing some kind of pig cycle. I'm gonna press with lumberjack just to cycle myself. And yeah, my opponent will be playing some kind of pig cycle since he has the royal delivery. I'm gonna cycle the electro dragon on the opposite side. As per usual, not a bad plan to be going with, since we want to cycle our evolution as well. I'm gonna hold the bomber for the potential pigs. I'm gonna play actually bomber against the ice spirit, since I really don't want to take this damage. I'm gonna play the battle hero on the side with the archer queen, and now we're gonna be holding the skeleton dragons once again. Very nice counter against the royal hogs. Probably can play tornado to activate the king tower, but I don't want to overcommit with my elixir, so I'm not gonna play it. Also, I now realize that my opponent is playing with the pig's EQ, so probably playing earthquake won't be the best. I mean, playing pump against the earthquake won't be the best idea. So we're gonna be just waiting right now. I don't think I can play anything as for now without overcommitting or wasting crucial cards. So we're gonna just wait for him. And if he plays pigs, we play bomber or electro dragon evolution. Okay, we're gonna play bomber into that, and I'm gonna play battle here as well. And again, if he played the archer queen, we would just go with the golem into that. Because like, against this deck, you pretty much don't have a good response against archer queen, and he kinda knows it. He plays a very high cannon just to protect the archer queen. And yeah, his archer queen won't get any value against our tower, so we're gonna play a golem right here, just to eat the archer queen like that. We're gonna play just lumberjack behind there. And right now we're gonna try to split lane once again is gonna be the very reoccurring theme with this deck. If you cannot go one lane, you pretty much always have to split lane. We're gonna go for Lumberjack, try to get some action going. I'm gonna try to get my Electro Dragon to kill the Archer Queen. I would love that to happen, and there we go. We're gonna go for the Skeleton Dragons and Bomber on defense because we cannot take too much damage with that. Unfortunately, we take a lot of damage, so we have to be playing very careful from now on. I'm gonna play Golem on this lane, just to kind of prevent him from going in, because every pigs that he plays right now will be kind of feeding into our push. So we're gonna play Electro Dragon right here. I'm gonna play the healer as well. And right now, I think I'm gonna just play Tornado, just to pull everything together. My opponent is not even going for the counter picks, which is super cool, because right now we can just start spamming ourselves. And at this point, we either make it or break it. We're gonna play Bomber, we're gonna play the Battle Healer, and yeah, my opponent is struggling to defend the Lumberjack, and that's gonna be GG. Very nice game to kind of wrap this video. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. That's my small duel set on my lowest level account that is still upgrading and probably will be ready for the Clan Wars in the future. Also gonna claim the Skeleton Gun Mastery. That's always nice to see. And yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. It was constantly upload. And yeah, I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Peace out.